Welcome! Welcome to Wednesdays. I'm your friend, Amit Roy. Something terrible has happened. I'm shocked. As the news reports in social media, I found cruel Xi Jinping is under house arrest. I cannot confirm this right now, but something is cooking inside China. It is being told the General Northern Command, Northern Theater Command, Li Qiming has made a coup against Xi Jinping. I follow a lady, her name is Zhang. She's a activist. She lives in America. She has said that the military trucks are rushing towards Beijing, and all flights are cancelled. All rail networks are cancelled. Internet is always monitored, but it's not working that way, even in China. So something is happening. Xi Jinping is arrested, it's being told. I'm not so surprised. Only I'm surprised with the timing. Because, see, how I am not. Mao once said, that criminal Mao, that body must rule the gun. Whatever these idiots front of this camera, central committee, these are not the real people are the behind generals. And those generals pull the string. Xi Jinping has generals. There are a lot of factions inside this mafia regime. And they always bite each other. For this reason or that reason. They're cannibals. I'll explain why I call these people cannibals. Rapists. See, if you know the Chinese history, communist history, we must know how bloody it is to be. Mao was a lunatic, rapist, whatnot. Murder. Mao has murdered so many people. Just because he didn't like him, ordered his hit. Now, look, I give you one example why I'm saying they are cannibals. Look, Mao started under the influence of opium. Mao was a drug addict. And he ordered Cultural Revolution. And he placed a chap called Lin Biao as a front man. But real string was under the hand of a very dangerous man. A lot of people don't know him, Chou Enlai, their spy master. He was nefarious. Anyway, that's not the point right now. Lin Biao was used, so-called general. All China big generals without fighting a war. Anyway, Lin Biao was a general. He fought some gangs, some nationalists or maybe some Japanese paramilitary forces. So he became a marshal. Now, Mao didn't like Lin Biao for a while, and you see, Lin Biao's life was very tragic in the end. As I read his account, how he was trapped, he was sent to the south, to Shanghai, and suddenly his all family was seen. He was surrounded by army, then he was taken into a plane, allowed to fly without any fuel, and that plane crashed in Inner Mongolia. It's being told that he was flying to Soviet Union. These people are full of intrigues. Now Xi Jinping came to power and he jailed his opponent Bo Xilai. And he started a campaign called Flies and the Tigers. I'm just coming why, before that I'm coming why I call them cannibals. Mao's gang started eating people in Guangxi. Cannibalism, you can find out in Google. They ate more than 2,000 people, Mao's gangsters. They raped one, caught one woman, 19-year-old woman. 9 men kept on raping her for 7 days or 10 days, and they later ate her breast, hands, etc. So these people are lunatic, fanatic, and dirty. That's their culture. I was going to American Library. This dirty communist put police on against me, shadowing me every day. I didn't get any job. This is communist purge. And I was vocal against. I was upholding freedom. Anyway, that's not the point. Then it is now being told that all it's with the communist culture. You see, whenever something happens, they will take out tanks. In Tiananmen War, they killed so many people. Now, that's total idea, total information is obliterated. You cannot find anything about Tiananmen Square in China anymore. And now he came to power, Xi Jinping, this man. He was a front man, I knew, because there's a faction, Jamin faction, his faction. These are so-called civilian faction. And military is always there. Military is calculating a lot of their gains and powers. They're in drug trade heavily, in gambling, prostitution, Chinese PLA. This is a business, you will believe it or not. The generals are heavily involved in drug trade, international arms trade, and so on. This chap, general, so-called general, I'm also a general in that case. Li Qiuming. Li Qiuming is a man in Northern Command, Theatre Command. He was a commander of the Northern Command first. He became commander of Northern Theatre Command. And he looked like, green face. And I don't know whose side he's fighting. There even in PLA, there are many, many groups. Just 2 days ago, Xi Jinping gave it from his kangaroo court, wanted to hang Su Jilin, deputy security ministers. He killed given life imprisonment to one security minister, Bo Xilai. He planted cases against Bo Xilai. And this is the end, look what happens in Mafia society. When someone gets weaker, they bring someone else. It's a Mafia culture. And other day, some of my friend, who is a ex-commander in the army, so Chinese are mocking him because he has posted some thing against China. Entire Chinese troll gang was after me. I said, look, Chinese people will not ever forgive you. If you are so popular, why don't you start a multi-party system? Why don't you have an election? If you're so popular, if you're so paradise, you should not fear your people. They fear their own people. They fear their own people. We can see in Hong Kong, they are Chinese. Taiwan, they bash every day. But I don't know why Xi Jinping, before party congress, has happened this kind of imbroglio. And is also, some people are saying smokes are coming out. So something is cooking in that. It's an emerging situation. I'll not be able to say right now what is happening clearly. It's not very clear right now. But it's something. China's economy is, as you know, it's tremendously bad shape. China is collapsing from within. And now you see, Chinese history, it could be a semi-final, and people will come out in the street and start hanging these lumpen elements in the lamppost. I'm telling you, there'll be street justice. Nobody likes communists. The worst form of terrorism in the world. Thank you. Let's see. Let's pray. China gets freedom. Tibet gets free. Uyghurs get freedom. Hong Kong become free. Thank you for patient hearing. Subscribe me and subscribe my channel. Best wishes.